effect of the commentators. Well, hello, good afternoon, and you're very welcome along to McCool Park on a sunny afternoon for the Under-12A Championship Final, where Cloughaneely take on Ardara. And then the Cloughaneely team is as follows. In goals, Michael Cannon. Right corner back, Christopher Boylan. Full back, Kieran McFadden. Left corner back, Danny Doohan. Right half back, Dennis Ferry. Centre half back, James Big Gallagher. Number 7 and left half back is Michael Lynch. In midfield, you have number 8, Liam Coyle, and number 9, Sean McFadden. Right half forward, Seamus Curran. Number 11, John Paul Gallagher at centre half forward, and number 12 is John Cannon. Number 13 is Barry Feeney. Number 14 full forward is Dennis Boyle, and number 15 is Keith Swinney. And the Ardara team is as follows. In goals, Aidan McHugh. Number 2, Declan Breslin. Number 3, Paddy McHugh. Number 4, Barry O'Brien. Number 5, Brendan Boyle. Number 6, Seamus Byrne. And number 7 is Alan Elliott. In midfield, number 8 is Patrick Gallagher, and number 9 is Fergal Hina. Number 10, Stephen Waters. Number 11, Conor O'Donnell. Number 12, Damien Maguire. Number 13, Donald Byrne. Number 14, Finbar Boyle, and number 15 is Brendan McNeilis. Referee for today is Mr. Dennis McGrinner from the Terman Club. And Dennis is an acting postman in Letterkenny at the moment. Join me in commentary this evening is Mr. Packy Doohan, secondary school teacher in St. John's College, Letterkenny, and we'll be going to Packy for expert analysis shortly. Okay, the ball's in and off we go. And it's a free kick right away for Ardara. Patrick Gallagher fouled there. Knocks the ball in short. It's picked up by James Big Gallagher, centre half back. Knocks the ball out the wing here towards young Cannon. And it's over the sideline, and it's a line ball for Ardara. David Maguire, number 5. James Bug in possession again. Well done, James Bug. Takes a toe to hand, looks up, knocks the ball in long towards John Paul Gallagher. Dennis Boyle coming out to it. The full-backs pushing and holding. Knocked about. Corner back has it for Ardara, knocks it out to his right half back. And it's a free kick to Ardara again. Referee been very sharp here in the first opening minutes. Knocked down the field towards Danny Doohan. Danny's down, picking it up. Gets his head up.
Come on, Liam, get out in front.
Knocks up towards Liam Coyle. But it's young John Lynch has it, is it? And it's knocked down the field again from Ardara, hanging towards the centre half forward. Conor O'Donnell's fouled. Conor O'Donnell takes the free kick, knocks it in towards the full forward, Finbar Boyle, and Cloughaneely keeper has it. Michael Cannon. Oh, he plays a bad ball. Oh, yes. John Lynch is down, picks it up. Michael Lynch. John Paul's bid for possession. It's knocked in again. Ardara have the pressure on here in the first opening minutes. Kieran McFadden in possession. Loses it. Ardara man picks it up. It's got through for a score. No, he's well robbed there. Danny Doohan has it. Still bobbling about the square. It's kicked out. James Bug Gallagher in possession again. He's made a good opening, James Bug here. Sells a few dummies. Gets his head up and knocks it down the field. But there's no Cloughaneely man here. It's an Ardara man again. And it's Brendan Boyle. Knocks the ball back in again. Michael Lynch is back out there again. But Ardara are well on top here in the first opening minutes. Cloughaneely haven't settled yet at all. It's back in the corner again. James Bug Gallagher's come back. Playing in left corner back now at the moment. Picks up the ball now. Gets it to the second attempt. Looks up again. Gives a good ball up the field towards Liam Coyle. Liam knocks the ball down. George Paul and it's knocked back in again. Danny Doohan in possession at left corner back. Kicks the ball out again. But it's an Ardara man again here. It's Fergal Hina. Fergal Hina going through in the solo run. Looks up. Knocks it in. No. Picked up by a Cloughaneely player. And it's a free out for Cloughaneely. Kieran McFadden. Knocks it out towards Dennis Ferry. Dennis Ferry in possession. Looks up and knocks a good ball down towards John Paul Gallagher. In the middle of the field, just on the halfway line. John Paul picks it up. There's a toe to hand. There's a bounce. And he's looking to knock it into Dennis Boyle, the full forward. Dennis is showing well for the ball. Out he comes. But Ardara man gets a foot and kicks it away. There's a free kick for Cloughaneely there. Number 10, who is Seamus Curran, was fouled in possession, and he takes a quick free kick to John Paul. That's a good ball in towards Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle looking up for the score, knocks it in, and it's a goal for Cloughaneely. First score of the game for Cloughaneely, a goal from Liam Coyle after 3 minutes. So after a poor start from Cloughaneely, we've got the break, we've got up the field, and we've got the goal. Tremendous amount of applause there from all the spectators down here in front of me. And the ball's in midfield again. Then Dennis Ferry knocks it up. Barry O'Brien in possession for Ardara. Barry O'Brien knocks it out to Seamus Byrne. Seamus Byrne's surrounded with Cloughaneely Mary lost, and he gets a free kick. Seamus Byrne from Ardara, the 45-metre line, kicks a good ball down the field towards Damien Maguire. Damien Maguire kicks it on the ground. Picked up by our Ardara man, Stephen Waters. Stephen Waters still in possession. He loses possession. Good tackle, and it's out to John Cannon. John Cannon and Brendan Boyle running for it. John Cannon bid for possession by Brendan Boyle. And John Cannon fouls Brendan Boyle, and it's a free on the halfway line for Ardara. Knocked down towards the centre half forward, Conor O'Donnell, and that's good covering there from Danny Doohan. Up towards John Paul. The Seamus Byrne in possession, knocks it out towards the line, and that's too far for everyone, and it's a line ball for Cloughaneely. So after 5 minutes here now, it's Cloughaneely 1 goal and no points, and there's no score for Ardara. Ball's back in play again. Liam Coyle fighting hard for it, knocks it into Sean McFadden. Patrick Guller kicks a long ball in. The keeper's coming out for it. Has to keep an eye on this one. Oh, the keeper has it, holding on to it. Looks up. Does he find a Cloughaneely player? No, it only goes as far as Patrick Guller for Ardara. Takes a toe to hand. Kicks a good ball, dangerous ball in towards it. And it's gone harmlessly wide. Kick out from Michael Cannon. Liam Coyle chasing after it. Well played from Ardara midfield. And that's Brendan Boyle from Ardara. Knocks it in towards the full forward from Bar Boyle. Damien Maguire's in possession. Damien Maguire still in possession. Been hounded by Young Lynch. Oh, and Young Lynch gives away a free kick. And Conor O'Donnell in possession. Settles himself down. Oh, and that's a poor free kick really from Conor O'Donnell, and the ball's harmlessly wide. Good crowd here in McCool Park today. It's great to see so many adults coming out and supporting on the 12 championship. Ball's back in play again. Sean McFadden in possession, back in his own 45. Looks up, knocks a good ball up the line towards John Paul Gallagher. John Paul Gallagher in possession now. He's down. John Paul's down to pick it up. Knocks it on. Barry Finney working hard to get possession. Hasn't got it. Barry O'Brien from Ardara picks it up, knocks it down the line towards Damien Maguire. Damien Maguire's fouled, and it's a free kick on the halfway line for Ardara. Damien Maguire kicks a good ball in towards the full forward, Finbar Boyle. Finbar Boyle's around the full back. No, Kieran McFadden picked it up. Well played, Kieran McFadden. Pushing the back there from Sean McFadden, but the referees let it go. And it's a line ball to Ardara. Alan Elliott now in possession for Ardara, taking the line ball. Kicks a good ball in towards the full forward. And that's well played by young Lynch, Michael Lynch, having a good game back there. Liam Coyle with a mighty catch there back in his own 45. And wants a free kick as well. Referee just pointing where the free kick has to be taken from. And Liam Coyle in possession, he's going to hit it himself. Knocks the ball up the line towards Seamus Curran. There's an Ardara man in possession, Brendan Boyle. And a fly kick there from James Bugg. That's a good ball up towards Dennis Boyle in the full forward line, but the full back, Paddy McHugh's out in front. And Paddy McHugh's coming and kicks it away in towards the halfway line. Picked up there by Fergal Hina. Fergal Hina in the middle of the field for Ardara. That's number 7 for Ardara, Alan Elliott. And he's robbed in possession by Seamus Curran. Seamus Curran still in possession for Cloughaneely, and it's a free in for Holden. Cloughaneely free kick. Seamus Curran's going to hit it himself. John Paul Guller in possession, turns his centre half back. He's got away from him, going towards goal. Still doing a toe to hand, with 30 yards out. Goes for the score and it's well blocked down. Declan Breslin for Ardara's in possession. And he kicks it out. Liam Coyle's up and wins it. Liam Coyle about 40 metres out. Plays a good ball in, but Ardara read it, and it's Barry O'Brien for Ardara coming out with the ball. Barry O'Brien takes it down towards the midfield. Patrick Guller for Ardara. Come down to pick it up, he's got it in possession. It's back again towards Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott kicks it down towards the halfway line. There's number 10, Stephen Waters in possession. Stephen Waters turns Michael Lynch. Knocks it down towards the Cloughaneely 45, and that's well out again by Christopher Boylan. Well played, Christopher Boylan. Picks it up in possession, kicks the ball down the line.
Come on, boys, you gotta get out in front.
Cloughaneely for Ardara in possession again. Goes round Michael Lynch. Kicks the ball in towards the full forward line. This could be dangerous. There's Finbar Boyle for Ardara going to collect the ball. Oh, and he's mishandled it and it's gone out for a wide. And Packy, you've any comments here after about 10 minutes in the game?
No, I just think that Cloughaneely are well on top here at the moment around midfield, and a lot of Ardara thrown away a lot of possession, and Liam Coyle took a very, very good goal there when he went through. They have to be out in front. Ardara are beginning to get into the game in certain sectors of the field, but Michael Lynch and the other cornerbacks are playing very, very well and dominating, or Ardara are not able to score whenever they do go forward.
Well, I'll have to take it away from there. Packy Cloughaneely in attack again, and there's Brendan Boyle from Ardara back in his own 14-metre line. Well picked up by Brendan Boyle. Seems a good right half back, this young lad. Knocks it out the middle of the field towards Patrick Gallagher. Patrick Gallagher in possession. And this is a strong Ardara midfield. This is Conor O'Donnell in possession. James Gallagher working very hard to get back. Good ball knocked in towards the 21. There's Danny Doohan back there for Cloughaneely. The left corner back started off very impressively. Down and picks it up. Well done, Danny Doohan. Looks up and knocks the ball out towards Michael Lynch. That's good football from a lad of 12. Michael Lynch in possession, back in his own 21. Looks up and finds Dennis Ferry. Dennis Ferry in possession. Knocks it in towards the pushing the back there from Ardara, but the referee didn't pick it up. John Paul, that's good play from Cloughaneely again. John Paul coming up towards the 45-metre line. Still in possession, being chased hard by Ardara man. Still in possession. Need to get red quickly. Still in possession. Good ball towards Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle in possession. Back to John Paul. This is lovely football from Cloughaneely. We're on here for a score if he watches himself. Oh, and he's lost possession. Just overcarried a little bit. Good defending from Ardara. But the pressure's still on. Cloughaneely still in possession. Simmers Gordon in possession now. Goes round his man. Liam Coyle has it. Knocks it, but it's wide. But there's some lovely football being played here for young lads of 12 years of age. It's lovely football from both teams. And both teams have some very impressive players out there. So with the Ardara goalkeeper now, Aidan McHugh, on the 21-metre line, kicked the ball in his hands. Slight change of rules for the under-12s. And that's a good kick out. Leads us over the 45. It's James Bugg and it's Conor O'Donnell going for the ball. James Bugg wins this tussle. Kicks it up towards Barry Feeney. Is it John Cannon? And it's a line ball for Cloughaneely. Keith Swinney won a line ball there. Came off Declan Breslin. That's Keith Swinney in possession now. He takes the line ball himself. John Paul comes out and collects it. Well tackled there by Seamus Byrne. Sean McFadden in possession now. 30 metres out from goal. Liam Coyle's in possession again. He's straight through. Who's going to get a score here? And it's a point for Cloughaneely. Lovely score from Liam Coyle. That's 1-1 from Liam Coyle after
11 minutes.
After 11 minutes of play. It's Cloughaneely 1-1. Ardara have yet to register a score. And that's Liam Coyle has 1-1 score now from midfield, which can't be bad. Kick out again from Ardara, 21-metre line. It's out again towards James Bugg, who's well up for centre half back. Takes his Tony hand, looks round him. He's surrounded by 3 Ardara men. He kicked the ball in towards Dennis. Dennis Boyle up full forward there for Cloughaneely. Dennis Boyle in the full back tussling for it. They're still tussling for it. The ball's picked. That's Keith Swinney in possession now. Knocks it back again to Seamus Corn. John Cannon in possession. Knocks a good ball across. Can go anywhere this. Liam Coyle underneath it. Seamus Corn knocks it wrong with his foot. But the corner back for Ardara, Barry O'Brien in possession. Knocks it down the line towards Alan Elliott. It's picked up again, however, by number 10 for Cloughaneely, Seamus Corn. Seamus Corn knocks it into John Paul. John Paul's carrying the ball again. He's a head up. Knocks a good ball across towards Keith Swinney. Slight mix up there. John Cannon in possession now. John's looking to get in for a score. He's going to be caught for every carry if he doesn't release. Free in for John Cannon. Free in for John Cannon. He's off to head it himself. No, he's leaving it down. And it is John Paul who's going to hit the free kick. Dead straight in front of goals, about 25 metres out, well within his range. He's going to hit it off the ground. John Paul setting up the ball, taking his time as he was instructed before he came out. Nice and cool. Taking a few steps back now, looking up at the post. Running up now to strike.
Well, head, young fella.
And hits the bar and comes out again towards John Paul again. He still has another chance. Oh, he's misread it. It's gone over his head. He's still in possession. Head up again, and it's hit the bar again. This is unbelievable stuff here. That's Barry O'Brien from Ardara in possession. This is great football here. There's only 15 minutes gone here. Knocks it out towards our midfielder. That's down the halfway line towards Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell in possession, loses possession to Christopher Boylan. Good ball from Christopher Boylan up towards Sean McFadden, who knocks it on to Seamus Corn. Seamus Corn in possession. Tussle over an end, I'm not sure who's in possession there. It's in towards John Paul again. Will he make it? It seems to be overhit a little bit. He's stretching, he's struggling, and the umpire signals wide. Couldn't be much on that there. But John Paul there hit the bar twice. Definitely hard luck, and maybe who knows later on, that could cost you later on in the game. Okay, we get our breath back here now again. Ardara keeper in possession, coming out towards the 21 to kick out the ball. 15 minutes gone here in the game in McCool Park on a Sunday afternoon, and a big crowd. James Bugg going for the ball again. Michael Lynch in possession. Michael Lynch very impressive there at left half back. Knocks it in towards Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle does a toe to hand. Gets the head up. Looks to find John Paul, but this time it's read well by number 6, Seamus Byrne. Seamus Byrne knocks it down. Dennis Ferry in possession. Dennis Ferry looking to pick up Seamus Kern. But Seamus Kern's beaten the ball by Alan Elliott. Another good half back here. John Paul's there now. Picks up the ball well. And it's a free kick for Cloughaneely. John Paul fouled in possession. Opts to head it himself. Knocks in the ball. John Cannon. Oh, Barry Finney's been fouled there in possession, and the referee hasn't given him anything. There's a young Ardara player back there in his own 14-metre line. He seems to be hurt, and the referee's held up play. Well, that seemed very much like a free kick for Cloughaneely there, but Dennis Bergina didn't seem to see it. And there's a young Ardara lad lying on the ground, injured. He's up on his knee now at the moment. Doesn't seem to be too bad. And John McConnell from Ardara's in to see is the young lad all right. Always worry in these games with these young lads that they'll pick up a serious injury. But thankfully the young lad seems to be all right. It's young Barry O'Brien, number 4 for Ardara, who's hurt. He's receiving attention now at the moment. And it's giving the young lads a chance to get their breath back. This big field, it must be very, very sore on them. I know it's very, very sore on some of the senior lads. Ball's back in play again. And that's good play again for Sean McFadden. Good direct football. Picked up by Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle still in possession. Knocks a good ball out towards John Cannon. Next to fact is Barry Feeney. Barry Feeney doing a toe to hand, shoulder dummy. Sean McFadden's in. Sean McFadden's in for a goal here. Must be. Oh, and he's knocked it wide. Hard luck there. That's good play from Sean McFadden. Hard luck, just inches wide. His big brother in the same position got a goal up in the All-Ireland Guilty final for the senior team.
He was a lot near hand.
He was a lot near hand right enough. He was down in front of the goals. Young Sean there had a bit of work to do there, all right. That was something of a let-off there from Ardara. And Cloughaneely could rue these matches later on, because this is a very useful Ardara team. Back in James Big Guller from centre half back, playing up in the Ardara 45. He's fouled in possession. Knocks a good ball in towards John Paul. Doesn't make John Paul. It's cut out by Seamus Byrne for Ardara. And it's down to the middle of the field towards Patrick Gallagher. Michael Lynch has it in possession again. Michael Lynch is very impressive left half back. Up again to Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle's been fouled by Conor O'Donnell. He knocks the ball into Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney goes for a shot. The young keeper fly hacks it away. That's very dangerous on there. Again, Liam Coyle's in possession. Liam Coyle started off very, very well here today, so he has. John Cannon in possession now. Still in possession. Looking up to get a score. Look, oh, and a bad pass there from Keith Swinney. That's Brenton Boyle for Ardara. And there's great battles, personal battles going on all around the field here. That's Alan Elliott again in possession for Ardara. Hacks a high ball in towards the middle of the field. James Bugg got up and contested with Conor O'Donnell. They're having a good battle. James Bugg's won the battle again. Knocks it in again to Liam Coyle. This midfield for Cloughaneely is very impressive today. Knocks it in towards John Paul. That's well played again by Barry O'Brien. That's good football from Barry O'Brien, the left corner back for Ardara. Down the field, Sean McFadden started off very well today as well. And that's up to land. It's a line ball for Ardara. Well, this is exciting stuff here, and there's about 18 minutes gone. There's a line ball for Ardara, about 30 metres from their own goal, and it's been hit by Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien down towards Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott drops it. He's robbed by Dennis Ferry. Dennis Ferry knocks it in towards Dennis Boyle, but the full-back's first out there. That's Paddy McHugh for Ardara. Paddy McHugh for Ardara knocks it on to Patrick Gallagher. Patrick Gallagher has a long ball down the field.
Well played there, young fella.
That's well done again from Cloughaneely, out to number 12 for Cloughaneely, who is John Cannon. To John Paul Gallagher. John Paul's, no, it's Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle knocks it into John Paul now. John Paul's in possession. He's about 30 yards out. Looks up, has a shot. This could bounce over the keeper's head. Very easy. No, the keeper's got it in his hands. Dennis Boyle in there looking to... John Cannon coming out was there, but it's going to be a line ball for Cloughaneely. About 25 yards out on the press facility side. And that's a poor pass, really, so it is. Keith Swinney looking to pick up the ball, but he's robbed. He's robbed by Conor O'Donnell, the centre half back for Ardara, back in his own 30-metre line. That's down the field again. And that's Danny Doohan. Patrick Guller for Ardara has it. He's robbed by James Bugg. James Bugg's fouled. Third man tackle. That's good play from James Bugg. James Bugg Guller certainly started off very well for Cloughaneely there. Knocks the ball up to Liam Coyle. The referee wants to take it from the right place. So James Bugg Guller has it again. Take the free out of his hands. Dennis McGrennan are very strict today on where the frees are taken from. James Bugg has a high ball in towards John Cannon. There's Brenton Boyle for a drop. Sean McFadden picks it up. Oh, that's a good ball in again towards Barry Feeney. But Barry O'Brien's got it again. Barry O'Brien's playing very well there for Ardara. That's out towards Conor O'Donnell, but he's not going to make it. This is Michael Lynch going for it. And Damien Maguire. Michael Lynch has it, picks it up, knocks it back up again towards Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle in possession with plenty of room in front down. Doing a toe to hand, a bounce, looks up. Knocks it in towards John Cannon. John Cannon doesn't get it. Sean McFadden in possession again. This midfield Cloughaneely are really playing well. That's a poor pass in there. The Seamus Borden knocks it out towards Patrick Gallagher. Patrick Gallagher in possession now for Ardara. Looking to see what his options are. Throws up against James Bugg Gallagher. James Bugg still hounding him. Knocks the ball in towards the forward line. But that's Danny Doohan out with the ball. Danny Doohan started off very well as well, left corner back for Cloughaneely. That's Liam McFadden, or Liam Coyle again.
Give it on now, John.
John Cannon, 45-metre line. Good ball back to Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle on the 45-metre, takes a toe to hand, looks up, finds out John Paul. John Paul Guller in possession, John Paul. He's been fouled in the centre half back, and that's a personal foul. It should be a booking.
Run on, Liam, run on! Run on, Liam!
John Paul's going to take the free kick himself, I think, out of his hands. And the Seamus Borden for Ardara has been warned by the referee. That's sent to Liam Coyle. He's been fouled there, surely. And it's a 14-metre, what's he given? A 14-metre free.
Go ahead, Liam! Hit there, man!
And Liam's going to hit the free himself, is he? The referee seems to be talking to him. He's not sure what he's going to do. And that's a goal from Liam Coyle. That's 2-1. Liam Coyle has scored from midfield. And that's a marvellous for a young lad of 12. 2-1 from Liam Coyle. After 21 minutes, we'll go back to Paddy Doon here now and see what he has to say about the game.
As Cloughaneely are very, very dominant in the central position, especially centre half back in midfield with Sean McFadden, James Bugg Gallagher, Michael Lynch, and these fellas are all cleaned up, especially in the main position. John Paul Gallagher and Dennis Boyle, Barry Finney, they're all playing out of their skins here for Cloughaneely today and playing very, very well.
Thank you very much indeed for that now, Packy. Ball's on again, Cloughaneely back inside the 45. John Paul Gallagher in possession, goes round his man, he's tripped. Referee doesn't give him anything, he's still in possession. Plenty of options on. Knocks the ball in, but it's Declan Breslin for Ardara coming out with the ball. And Declan Breslin be fouled, is he? No, he's not. The referee didn't give him a free kick. Oh, he has now. Declan fouled there by John Paul Gallagher. Declan Breslin go after hitting the free himself. And that's Patrick Gallagher for Ardara. Patrick Gallagher gets a little bit of possession, clean possession, but he's hounded by Sean McFadden, and Sean fouls him. And Patrick Gallagher opts to hit the free kick himself. Ardara need to get a score very, very soon now, because if they don't, they're going to go out of this game. With the way Cloughaneely are playing at the moment, they're quite liable to get a couple of more scores before half-time. And that's back with Danny Doohan again, who's playing very well and using the ball very intelligently as well. John Cannon doesn't pick it up. Brenton Boyle's fouled in possession. It's a free kick just inside the Cloughaneely half. There'll seem to be a little push in the back there now in the Cloughaneely player, but it's not given. That's Finbar Boyle for Ardara, still in possession, but he's been surrounded by the Cloughaneely players. Knocks the ball in towards Brendan McNeilis, but it's harmless wide. So with 23 minutes gone in the first half, the scoreline is 2 goals and 1 point to Cloughaneely, and Ardara have yet to register. Well, that could change now at the moment. That's a good ball in towards Brendan McNeilis. But John Lynch is hounding him. John Lynch is playing very, or not John Lynch, but Danny Doohan's playing very well left corner back. Well, Michael Lynch there has just fouled there. No, he's given a hot ball. The referee's given a hot ball. Well, Ardara people seem to think that was a free kick for them, but who's to argue with the referee? Okay, he throws on the ball. And Liam Coyle's foraging back there, just on the 45-metre line. Look to find out John Paul, but that's well intercepted by Seamus Borden. Good centre half back there for Ardara as well. Cuts the ball down towards Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell looks to be a very useful player if he gets possession. Kicks the ball in, but James Bugg has it covered. James Bugg's just happy to volley it out, and it's over the end line and harmlessly wide. Shape on the sugar shock puncher. John Paul will go. That's well played, John Paul. Back in his own half of the field. Oh, well, he could have touched that on the ground. Just flittering a little bit on the halfway line. Looking up. That's well played, John Paul. And towards Dennis Boyle and full forward. Dennis Boyle's in possession. That's the first ball Dennis got today. Marvellous little player. Oh, that's marvellous football from Dennis Boyle. Oh, and he's been fouled, surely. He's not. He's given the ball away to Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney. And that's a mighty score there from Cloughaneely again. That's the first time Dennis Boyle got away from his marker today. Dennis mightn't be the biggest man in the field, but he's certainly a marvellous little footballer. Done very well. Picked out Keith Swinney, and Keith Swinney knocked it over the bar from 21 yards. That's 2-2 to Cloughaneely, and the Ardara have yet to register. Keeper kicks it out. 25 minutes gone. Declan Breslin going for this, but it's gone out over the sideline, and it's a Cloughaneely ball again. And this Cloughaneely team are rampant at the moment. They're winning personal battles all over the field. Keith Swinney knocks it into James Bug Gallagher. James Bug playing well centre half. Knocks it in towards John Paul. Dennis Boyle going for it as well. And Dennis picks it up again. That's the second one he's got. Well played, Dennis. Oh, that's great football from little Dennis. Picks it out to... That's John Cannon, is it? John Call fighting in there. Oh, it's knocking about there, and if it isn't picked up, surely it's going to end up in the net. Alan Elliott has it again, knocks it out again. That's Stephen Waters looking to pick it up this time. Stephen Waters been picked up this time by Seamus Corn. Seamus Corn picks it up, getting instructions there from Joe Kelly over in the line. Joe, one of the joint managers of the team, along with Charlie Gallagher down here in front of me. That's back to John Paul Gallagher. Back into Barry Finney. Barry Finney has the ball over and it's harmlessly wide. It was quite evident here in the first half, with about 3 minutes of the first half left, the amount of work that has gone on with this Cloughaneely under-12 team. And that's all credit to Charlie Gallagher and Joe Kelly, who've spent endless nights down training these lads. They have them peak physical condition and they have them teamwork down to a T. And it's really paying off here today. We're back at play here now at the moment, and that's Patrick Gallagher for Ardara. Knocks it in towards the full forward, Finbar Boyle. Finbar Boyle looks up. And it's in towards Brendan McNeil. Brendan McNeil is a shot. And that's harmlessly wide. That's the first shot Ardara have registered. And there's only about 3 minutes left in the first half. So it just shows you how dominant Cloughaneely have been in this first half. 4 minutes left in the first half, being informed there by Packy Doohan. I see John McConnell here now, the Ardara manager, running around to this side of the field. Must have certain problems over here. Make a few switches maybe. But certainly if Ardara are going to make an impact this game, they need to get a score before half time. There's Ardara mentors on the field here now at the moment. That's knocked up towards Conor O'Donnell. Liam Coyle robs him. Finds up John Paul Gallagher. This is very, very strong. It's Packy Doohan to sit up the middle here. John Paul in possession again. Does a toe to hand on the halfway line. Has the ball into Dennis Boyle. Dennis Boyle's out in front again. That's lovely football. Keith Swinney's on here for a goal. Dennis looks up and he leaves it down for John Paul to hit off the ground. That was a marvellous ball in there from John Paul. Dennis Boyle out in front. Ideal full forward play. Good quality ball into the full forward, and him showing for the ball all the time. This is Liam Coyle hitting this one. There's a wee bit of a John Paul and Seamus Burns seem to have a little bit of tussle here. Seamus Burns on the ground. They seem to have clashed there just off the ball. There's some speculation here that a foul play off the ball there, but Seamus Burns back on his feet again. He's okay.
Come on, Johnny!
Number 6 for Ardara. Seamus Burns back on his feet again. He's okay. Just over 2 minutes left. And that's a poor free kick from Liam Coyle, really. Trying to find John Paul, and it's not good again towards Fergal Hina. Fergal Hina, we haven't seen a lot of him in the first half. James Buck's making a good job of him on the ground there, and that's good marking. James Gutter forced him into the air. Liam Coyle's free in the middle of the field if James Bugg sees him, and he does see him. Liam Coyle again in a marvellous first half, does a toe to hand, looks up to see what's on in front, knocks it into John Paul. There's a score on here again. Every time this Cloughaneely team get a ball in the forward line, there's a score always on. That's Liam Coyle again in possession, but he's dropped it, and it's Conor O'Donnell back in his own 30-metre line. Oh, he's back out to midfield. That's Fergal Heenan in possession again. That's the second ball Fergal's got in the last couple of minutes. Looks a good player, he gets a bit of space, and he's been robbed by Sean McFadden. He's been fouled by Sean McFadden. Michael Lynch fouled possession there. And that's Liam Coyle showing for the ball again. That's Conor O'Donnell for Ardara. Liam Coyle have a tussle there. Conor O'Donnell out now playing in midfield for Ardara. Fergal Heenan again. Fergal Heenan looks a good player when he's in possession here. Oh, that's well played again by Danny Doohan. Danny Doohan has a superb game back there. He's tidying up anything that goes on there. And Dennis Ferry's playing well. Kieran McFadden, the full back, playing well as well. Last Dennis Ferry kicked the ball up, but he hasn't found anybody. And there's one of the Cloughaneely players injured down there. James McGuller, centre half back. No, it's not James Buck, that's James Buck in possession. No, that's young Sean McFadden was down injured there, but he seemed, hopefully Jerry Gollard administered first aid there and he's up again and he's fit and he's okay. Limping a little bit, but he'll rung it off. Tough breed, these McFaddens. That's Alan Elliott again. Looks a good left half back there. Heron down on the halfway line. He's looking to pick up Damien Maguire. Damien Maguire in possession. I haven't seen a lot of Damien today either. Damien knocking on Ardara playing a bit more direct football now. But that's good football again from Christopher Boyle in there. However, he gives away possession. Stonewall in possession. Knocks the ball across towards Finbar Boyle. Finbar Boyle gives it to Brendan McNeilis. Brendan McNeilis has a shot, but it's in towards the keeper. The keeper's dropped it, but he still has it in his hand and it's a free out. Keeper been tackled in the small square. Out towards Liam Coyle, who seems to be everywhere today. Liam Coyle carrying back down to John Paul, who's everywhere today as well. And this is the thing about this Cloughaneely team, they're working so hard together. John Paul to Liam Coyle again. Sean McFadden bursting through the middle. John Cannon just wasn't switched on there, and that's Brenton Boyle for Ardara. Down towards Brendan McNeilis. And Danny Doohan's coming out with his ball, and he's a marvellous game in there, young Danny Doohan. He's been fouled, and he's been pulled, and still can't take the ball off him. And that's marvellous stuff from the young Danny Doohan lad. We're into injury time now in the first half. Young Danny Doohan's down, needs a bit of treatment. He's playing very well. Charlie Gallagher's out. And we'll go back to Packy now just for comedy just before half time.
Cloughaneely are very, very dominant, right in all positions of the field, especially in the defence where Michael Lynch, John Cannon, James Gallagher, very, very dominant, and Liam Coyle is. Well, Andy McFadden down here giving very rude comments. And Dennis McGrannon, now his watch seems to have stopped out in the middle of the field because we're into the second minute of injury time where James Elliott has gone through here. He's been tackled, he's been fouled by Liam Coyle. It's a free into Ardara, and maybe now they have an opportunity to get the first score on the board. Cloughaneely are very, very dominant right around the field. Dennis Boyle coming into the game. James Elliott has kicked the ball over the bar, and Ardara have registered the first score after 32 minutes of play. To kick out here, out to Michael Lynch out in the left half back. John Cannon is free out here. We can see him. He's robbed there by the right half back, number 5. But Dennis McGrannon has blown the whistle for the half time, and perhaps we'll take a little break here. Charlie Gallagher and Joe Kelly now will go out to encourage their forces now to go out in the second half. The half time score is Cloughaneely 2 goals and 2 points. Ardara 1 point. A very, very good first half for Cloughaneely.
Come on, boys, over here!
Ready to start off here now in the second half. And just to remind you, the scores 2-2 to Cloughaneely and 1 point for Ardara. I'm sure Charlie Gallagher and Joe Kelly have told the young Cloughaneely lads to keep working now in the second half and don't let this Ardara team into the game because they're a very, very useful team and there's some very good players all around the field. Patrick Gallagher knocks the ball up. James Gallagher is having a great game today at centre half back. Picks it up and knocks it down the field towards the halfway line. John Paul Gallagher's looking for it. John Paul's in possession, he drops it again. He's been fouled, he's got it again. Does a toe to hand, looks up to see what's happening in front of him. Knocks the ball in towards Dennis Boyle. Dennis Boyle's away. Keith Swinney's in possession, must be a score. Oh, that's a marvellous score again for Cloughaneely in the first minute of the second half. A lovely ball in from John Paul, opened up the defence, and Keith Swinney was in, and Keith Swinney's finishing was clinical. It was a marvellous cheer up here from the Cloughaneely supporters. Charlie Guller clapping his hands. Joe Kelly's delighted. Hugh McCready down there with the big blue jumper on him was absolutely ecstatic. Cloughaneely back in possession again. Now it's a free to Ardara. Knocks it on to Patrick Gallagher. Patrick Gallagher from Ardara, and that's a bad start for Ardara at the start of the second half. It's just what they didn't want to happen. They were looking to get up the field and get a score themselves. Knocked down towards Conor O'Donnell, who's back in the centre half forward. Conor O'Donnell knocks the ball in towards Brendan McNeilis. But that's great stuff again from young Danny Doohan. He's a marvellous left corner back, that young lad. Ardara's back in possession all the same, and that's a good run through. Christopher Boyling, is it? It is indeed. Oh, Christopher gives a poor pass out, and it's Ardara run, and they're looking for a score, and it's gone harmlessly wide. Christopher Boyling there just made a wee bad pass, the first mistake he made today, but hopefully that'll not affect his confidence. And Cloughaneely are kicking it out again, and it's out towards Liam Coyle, who's having a marvellous game in the middle of the field. Liam Coyle knocks up towards John Paul. He was burned by a mistake there. He's still in possession. That's picked up by Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott's playing well there, left half back for Ardara. Sean McFadden goes for the ball, doesn't make it. Michael Lynch in possession. Michael Lynch playing well left half as well. Round the middle of the field, Alan Elliott in possession. John Paul and Alan Elliott fighting for possession. John Paul gets away. Goes to pick it up. Gets it at the second attempt. Has been fouled there by Seamus Byrne. John Paul takes the free kick and is in through again. Dennis Boyd's in here, is he? The full-back's pulling at him. Barry Finney in possession. Barry Finney has a shooting hand, but 21 metres out. Oh, and he's going to be caught. He's been caught for over-carrying. Knocks the ball over the bar, but he's caught for over-carrying. Little bit of indecision there on Barry Finney's behalf. And it's a free out on the 14-metre line, and it's Aidan McHugh, the Ardara goalkeeper, to hit it. Aidan McHugh looking to see what's on. Knocks the ball up, and that's Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle's dropped it. He's got it again. Liam Coyle's busting through three players, has been fouled. Liam Coyle's free, going to hit it himself, out of his hands. Looks in for John Paul, doesn't make John Paul. That's Seamus Byrne. And that's James Bugg in possession again. And that's a lovely balling again towards John Paul. John Paul goes up. Dennis Boyle's in there as well, looking for the crumbs. Oh, and he threw him, and that's a good tackle from Dennis Boyle. Barry Finney in possession. Barry picks it up. No, he's lost it again. He's picked it up at the second attempt. Barry knocks a dangerous ball across the goal mouth. Keith Swinney's in there looking for the score. Sean McFadden's there as well. It's off the ground there from a drama, but it's been let go by the referee. It's out towards James Bugg again. And James Bugg knocks it down to John Cannon. John Cannon does a toe to hand. Does another toe to hand. John Cannon has a shot for a score. And it's a mighty point from John Cannon. That's a great score again from John Cannon. 4 minutes into the second half. Cloughaneely 2-4. Ardara 1 point.
Sorry, 3-3.
Sorry, it's 3-3 to 1 point. I'm being corrected there by Yoni McFadden. 3-3 to 1 point. Now, Ardara need to get a score here very, very quickly if they're going to get back into this game, because it could end up a rout. Aye. That's Keith Swinney again, out in the half-forward line. Knocks a good ball into Sean McFadden. Sean McFadden has plenty of space. Sean does a bounce, does a toe to hand, does another bounce. Has a go for a score. But Sean knocks it wide. Had a little bit more room there now if he had to carry the ball a little bit further. So it's Aidan McHugh again, the Ardara goalkeeper, who's having a quite busy day kicking out the ball. That's out towards Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott knocks the ball towards his midfielder, Fergal Hina. James Bugguller gets a tackle in. Alan Elliott kicks it up again. And that's picked up by Dennis Ferry. Dennis Ferry's been fouled, surely. He has indeed been fouled. It was a free kick midway between the 45 and the 21. That's Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell has a big high ball in towards Finbar Boyle. Ardara on the attack here now, and that's well played again by Kieran McFadden. Kieran's having a good sound game on their full back. Sean McFadden, a little scavenger out in the middle of the field there. Plenty of aggression there from McFadden. John Paul's clear again, is he? He is indeed. Barry O'Brien's back trying to get a tackle in. John Paul puts the ball in towards Keith Swinney. Keith's just off balance a little bit. He's been marked by Declan Breslin. The ball's on the ground. Dennis Boyle's there, picks it up, knocks it back to John Cannon. John Cannon's looking up for the score. John Cannon strikes, and the ball's gone wide. Teddy Guller there, a little bit annoyed with John Cannon there for not releasing the ball a wee bit quicker. But anyway, it's Aidan McHugh accusation, and Aidan McHugh's the busiest man in the field at the moment, kicking out the ball. Kicks out the ball again, and that's straight to James Bugguller, who's having a marvellous game at centre half back. James Bug hits it on. The keeper's not turned around. There's a goal. No, it's at the bar. Dennis Boyle first. No, God save us and bless us almighty. Aidan McHugh kicks the ball out again. This is marvellous stuff here. This is Declan Breton in possession again from Ardara. There's a toady hand. Kicks the ball up the field. And that's Michael Lynch here. No, Michael's dropped it this time. Michael Lynch gains possession again. He's having a good game left half back, Michael. Picks it up again. Looks up. Knocks it in towards the forward line. John Paul's out. Keith Swinney's there. But it's Paddy McHugh for Ardara. Paddy's been fouled on the 21-metre line and it's a free out to Ardara. There's a ball up towards Brenton Boyle. Brenton Boyle's been fouled in possession and there's a free out on the 45-metre line for Ardara. Ardara nearly need to score very, very soon if we're going to get back into this game at all. That's hit towards Fergalhina. But it's that man again, not Brenton Boyle, but Dennis Ferry. He's having a marvellous game too. The back line for Cloughaneely has been very, very good. John Paul Gallagher, 45-metre line. And towards Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle and towards Dennis Boyle. Dennis Boyle goes at the full back. Dennis Boyle's in for a score. Dennis Boyle hits, and it's a marvellous point from Dennis Boyle. It's a marvellous score. And that's great football from the young Cloughaneely lads again. Seven minutes into the second half. The score is Cloughaneely 3-4, Ardara 1 point. And this is a marvellous display by these young Cloughaneely lads. They're so committed and they're so prepared to work for one another. That's Alan Elliott again. Alan Elliott's been fouled and caught around the neck by Barry Feeney. Liam Coyle back in possession again. Liam was fouled, hits it himself, hits it out towards Barry Feeney, but it's hit a little bit strong and the ball's gone out over the end line for a sideline ball to Ardara, back in their own 21-metre line. It's Barry O'Brien for Ardara. Barry O'Brien hits the ball up towards the 45. Nobody's showing for it at all. It's picked up by Fergalhina. Fergalhina on the halfway line. Fergalhina better get rid of it quick. He's going to be caught for overcarrying. The ball's on the ground. That goes on the ground. The referee's seen it and let it go. And the ball's in towards Conor O'Donnell, who's playing in the middle of the field. Conor O'Donnell in possession for Ardara, halfway line. He's robbed by John Paul. Just back again to John Paul. John Paul's been fouled around the neck. Sean McFadden's breaking through the middle. Sean McFadden's in possession. Looks up. Knocks up. Good ball out to Barry Feeney. Barry Feeney in oceans of space out here. Carries it. Toady hand. Bounce. And for the score, definitely. Has a shot. Aidan McHugh saves it. Kicks it out. Fly kicks it. It's Barry O'Brien for Ardara. He's tackled by Liam Coyle. Knocks it up to Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott knocks it down the field over the halfway line. Up towards Stephen Waters. Stephen Waters in possession. Stephen Waters has the ball in towards Brendan McNeilis. Brendan McNeilis has a good ball across the corner of O'Donnell. Sean McFadden's back there, Robin. That's marvellous football from young Sean McFadden. And he's unceremoniously dumped on the ground. And it's a free out to Cloughaneely. Unceremoniously. Did you ever hear that one before? The ball's back in play here again now. And it's Seamus Byrne for Ardara. Knocks it out towards Damien Maguire. Damien Maguire, the ball bounces over his head. It's collected by Christopher Boylan. And that's good football from Christopher Barry Breen. Or not Barry Breen. Barry Breen plays for Down. Barry Feeney. And the ball's over the sideline. And a sideline ball for Ardara. It's taken, and Dennis McGrinner's not happy with something. There's a sub coming on for Ardara. Well, the way things are going at the moment, Ardara need to make a couple of substitutions because they're well out of this game at the moment. And I'll just go back to Packy here now for expert analysis. And we have Heckle and Jekyll, right, just over to Packy now for a few comments.
At this stage I've only 3 words to say, and the 3 of them are excellent, superb and exuberant. Cloughaneely are playing extremely very well here. Dennis Boyle has the ball now, gives a great ball out to John Paul Gallagher. John Paul still going through, but 25 yards out, gives a to Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney knows, straight through for a goal. Great save by the goalkeeper, Paddy McHugh. Aidan McHugh, brother of Paddy McHugh that read the weather forecast there one day or the Deer News. Paddy McHugh out on the far side of there's the Keith Swinney going down on the ball. Keith Swinney going through, gives a long ball and Dennis Boyle out on it. Dennis Boyle very, very dominant in there and full forward. That's my favourite word today, dominant. To John Cannon. Sean McFadden, Liam Coyle, a shot and a point for Cloughaneely. A great score there for Liam Coyle. This is excellent football by the Cloughaneely youngsters. They're well on top. They're right all over the field, from the goalkeeper right to the corner back, right up to corner forward. They're dominant in every position. James Bug Gallagher High ball into the full forward line. Dennis Boyle is in on it. The full back misjudges it. Dennis Boyle still has it. The goalkeeper, Aidan McHugh, comes out with it. Definitely the busiest man in the field there to John Cannon. John Cannon, one of the strongest players in the field, gives a good fist pass into Sean McFadden. Sean, the ball is on the ground. He seems to be being fouled. But John Cannon has got the ball. John Cannon's gone through. The referee is blown for a free out because Sean McFadden there is taken after his brother and he's fouled the opponent there. There's a bad streak there, all right. Jimmy Oney doesn't seem too happy sitting over here on the far side. Right half back, Ardara coming out with the ball. He's right up now to Stephen Waters. Stephen Waters still going through with the ball. Conor O'Donnell.
Oh, boys, don't let him go through again.
He's after controlling for 50 yards. He's 20 yards from goals. He's shot and Kieran McFadden has caught the ball in there. The ball coming out here on the far side of the field. Dennis Ferry, Stephen Waters down in the ball. It's been tackled by Dennis Ferry. Dennis Ferry still there. Great block there by Dennis Ferry. An excellent block. Down on the ball. Gives the ball up the line. Barry Finney's fighting for it. But it's Barry O'Brien. A good ball up the line again. And Stephen Waters has the ball. Gives the ball on with a great tackle there by Liam Coyle. And it's Damien Maguire has the ball. Damien Maguire, number 12 for Ardara. Another great block there by Liam Coyle. Maguire still has the ball. Gives it to the centre. The number 9 for Ardara. Patrick Geller has gone through. And it's cleared out again. There's pressure. Fergal Heaney has the ball. Heaney still has it. The referee is blown for a free kick. There has been fouled there by James Geller. There's a great pressure here for Ardara in the last 2 minutes, but the ball was going wide, but it came off a Cloughaneely player and it's gone out for a 45. Ardara now, just for the last minute or two, they're just getting into the game a little bit more. Now, this could be dangerous for Cloughaneely if they let them into the game after 10-15 minutes of play here. I'll give you back over here to Martin Collins, who I think has been doing an excellent job here in the commentating so far, and also to William Sayers, who's here on
Ardara back in possession here again. Stephen Byrne. Dangerous ball into the Cloughaneely 21-yard line. It's bobbling about there and it's there to be won by anybody. Ardara man has it, head down, charging on, has a shot, and it's picked up well by Michael Cannon, and I think that's the first thing Michael had to do today. It shows you how much dominance really that Cloughaneely have had. This is young Liam Coyle, knocks it out to Barry Finney. Barry Finney does a bounce. Looks up ball. It's a good tackle by Barry O'Brien. He's playing well in their left corner back. Barry O'Brien does a toe to hand. There's a bounce. Barry O'Brien takes another toe to hand out of it. He's got through. He's about 30 metres out. Knocks it in towards Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell gets away from James Bugg for the first time today. Has a shot. Good save by the Cloughaneely keeper. Well played, young Michael Cannon. Still knocking about. It's there to be shot. Has it done? No, it's not. That's a great save. Where is it? Michael Lynch had it and he kicks it away at the field, and that's mighty football from Cloughaneely. That's economy defending there from Cloughaneely. And Ardara must be surely frustrated after that sequence of events there. The ball was bobbling about there, 3 shots and goals, and every one of them was blocked down by a very staunch Cloughaneely defence. Sean McFadden knocks the ball down towards Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney goes over his head. Dennis Boyle showing for the ball. It's been pulled back. Dennis Boyle's been pulled back. Dennis McGrundle doesn't give a free kick, and there's a little melee going to ensue. No, there's not. Keith McFadden there gets up and walks away. Dennis McGrundle's give a free kick. I don't know why he's given that free kick. It was definitely Dennis Boyle's free kick. It's been pulled back, and the referee has made a strange decision there, to say the least. 15 minutes gone. 3-4 to 1 point. Cloughaneely leading, and Cloughaneely really dominant throughout. Dennis Ferry in possession, having a good game. Down towards Barry Finney. Barry Finney's been followed by Barry O'Brien. He hasn't got away from Barry O'Brien very much today. Barry O'Brien, a good left corner back. That's picked up well by Barry Finney. Knocked the ball into John Paul. John Paul picks it up for the first attempt. Looks up. Is he going to have a go for his own score? He's taken back inside. He looks up. Knocks the ball to Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney's going to have a shot. That's well blocked down there by Declan Breslin. That's picked up again by Paddy McHugh, there, draw full back. Paddy McHugh in the burst out. Paddy McHugh's been robbed back there by Dennis Boyle. That's been knocked across, but that's Declan Breslin in possession. That's James Bugg coming through there now from centre half back. And that's knocked away by Barry O'Brien again. Sean McFadden working hard to get this. Looks up, does a toe to hand, releases the ball into James Bugg. Oh, James Bugg's dropped that one. That's picked up by Seamus Byrne, the centre half back for Ardara. And that's to Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell in his own half of the field. Does a toe to hand, doesn't seem to be getting anywhere. That's a high ball in towards the middle of the field. John Cannon's standing there, so is Michael Lynch, who's having a good game at left half back. And that's back in again to Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott kicks the ball down towards the Cloughaneely 45-metre line. That's puck up, is getting a little bit scrappy now at the moment. Nobody dominant. That's a good ball out again towards Patrick Gallagher. Patrick Gallagher picks the ball up, has a little bit of space. Michael Lynch is going to cover him. Sells him the dummy. Ball's there to be won. Been robbed again, and it's a free kick. Oh, that's a poor free kick. That's picked up again by Danny Doohan. Danny Doohan, and there's no Cloughaneely man there. Oh, there is indeed. Young Keith Swinney's working hard here to get on this ball. He seems to be pushed off the ball there. But Dennis McGrinnan seems a little bit slack in that today. Picked up by Declan Breslin. Declan Breslin for Ardara. Up the lane to Stephen Waters. Stephen Waters is run by Sean McFadden, who's having a marvellous game in the middle of the field. That's John Paul Gallagher. Been pulled and hauled. Still in possession. Still in possession. Gives the ball to Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle down to Keith McFadden. Sorry, Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney in possession, toe to hand. Lovely little footballer, Keith Swinney. Very technically, very, very good footballer. Still in for the score. He hits it, and it's dropping into the keeper's hands. That's Aidan McHugh for Ardara. Kicks the ball out towards the end line. It's going as far as Keith Swinney again. Keith has the ball in his hands again. Looks up to see what's on. Knocks it back out again to Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle, about 30 metres out. Liam goes for a score. Knocks it in towards Dennis Boyle. Dennis is challenging the full back. John Paul's in. John Paul's still there. Oh, that surely must be a penalty. He's given a 14-yard free kick to the referee. John Paul was fouled. John Paul has the ball in his hands, and John Paul is opted to take the free kick himself. And this surely should be another score for Cloughaneely. Ardara lads all back in the line. John Paul on the 14-metre line looks up, hits it, and knocks it over the bar. 3-5 to Cloughaneely, 1 point to Ardara. And there's a substitution to be made here on the Cloughaneely team, and it's young Michael McGinley for Barry Feeney. And Barry Feeney who had a reasonably good game today, and there's a good man marking him, young Barry O'Brien for Ardara. James Bugguller has a shot. That ball could be in the net very quick, hit the butt of the post, and that hard luck again. I think that's the 5th or 6th time we've hit the woodwork today. John Paul's in there scravaging. Dennis Boyle's knocking about looking for a scoop. That's not that from John Paul. No, hold on here now. Oh, the umpire has raised the green flag. The referee, I think, is indicating a square ball. There's a little bit of controversy here. We're not sure what he's given. We'll just have to see where the... He's marking it down. It is a goal for Cloughaneely. The score is 4-5, 1 point. And I think we can safely say at this stage, this game is well and truly over. And it's just a matter now of how much Cloughaneely score. James Bugguller in possession again, the 45-metre line. Big ball. This is Aidan Waters. Aidan Waters, I don't know where I get that name. Aidan McHugh for Ardara. Knocks it out towards Conor O'Donnell, who's back in his own 21-metre line. He's been tackled there by Sean McFadden, and the ball's over the end line, and it's a line ball to Cloughaneely, which is taken quickly, and it's taken too quickly, in fact, and he's knocked it back over the line again. It's an Ardara ball. This will be taken by Declan Breslin, right corner back for Ardara. Declan Breslin, right corner back for Ardara, had a reasonably good game today as well. Has the ball up towards the middle of the field. Michael Lynch is in there getting a hand to it. Michael Lynch is still there. Up towards John Paul Gallagher. Michael McGinley, first touch of the ball, bounces off his chest, but he's still in possession. Michael looks up, gives a lovely little grub, kicking along the ground. That's Dennis Boyle in possession. Dennis has been held back surely, and Dennis wants his free kick. He's a lovely little direct footballer, Dennis Boyle. The ball's been left down, obviously under instructions for John Paul to come and hit the free kick over the bar. Hugo McFadden there now. Hugo McFadden looking very nice today in his red and black jumper.
But pink spots in it.
That's a short free kick. It's hit into Liam Coyle. Liam Coyle does a toe to hand, looks up. Liam Coyle does a shot, but it's caught back there by Paddy McHugh. Paddy McHugh hits the ball out again, but it's only coming out as far as... Oh, it's coming out as far as Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott has it, looks up, but he doesn't find anybody with James Bugg. James Bugg's ramped in there. And to John Paul, good ball in. John Paul has a shot for a score, but John Paul hits it wide. 20 minutes gone in the second half. 10 minutes left, 4-5 to 1 point. Unless there's a complete disaster, I think Cloughaneely can say that they're well on their way to winning their under-12 championship. And it's only fitting and deserving that this young team, who are blessed with such marvellous individual footballers and great teamwork. That's Sean McFadden got through there again. It's been caught for Overcarry, and that seemed a little bit harsh to me. But Dennis McGinley maybe he's taking a little bit easy now in there, lads. Joe Kelly's no way pleased at all. He's still roaring at Sean McFadden for overcarrying. John Cannon's been blew up there for fouling Seamus Byrne. Seamus Byrne has it himself. Seamus Byrne has a bad free kick. No, it's not. Conor O'Donnell has it. Conor O'Donnell knocks it down the field. And this is what our draft got to do now. They've got to get the ball in early from now on, because they're no good in playing football out there in the middle of the field. They need scores. They need them badly. Kieran McFadden back there, full back, solid as a rock. And he gets a free kick out. And that, I must say, the Cloughaneely full back line and half back line have been absolutely marvellous today, the six of them. They've been absolutely marvellous all around the field, but particularly the full back line. They're very solid.
Something like the senior back line there.
Someone's running there with the senior back line, but that's another day's work. Balling again to Liam Coyle. And that's well out again by Alan Elliott. Alan Elliott in possession, looks up, has the ball in. Up towards Donald Byrne. Donald Byrne's go away. Donald Byrne has a shot, and it's caught in there by Conor O'Donnell, is it? No, it's the 14 now, Finbar Boyle. And they can't get a goal. Oh, and there it is. There's the first goal for Ardara. And I think on the balance of play, maybe they just deserve it when you take the two halves together. 22 minutes gone. Cloughaneely need to get up the field again now and get another score back. And John Paul's working hard to pick this up here. Him and Seamus Byrne had a great battle today, so they had. John Paul fouled Seamus Byrne. Seamus Byrne's okay, John Paul's okay. They're both up and they're both ready to get back in their positions. That's number 12, Stephen Waters. Stephen Waters in possession. Stephen Waters kicks a ball in, it only goes as far as James Bugg. James Bugg knocks a ball into no man's land really, but it's there for anybody to win. And that's picked up again by Brenton Boyle. Brenton Boyle for Ardara. Had a good game at right half back. Brenton Boyle coming over the halfway line, knocks a big long ball into the Cloughaneely 45. That's picked up there by Damien Maguire. Damien Maguire has a high ball in. Damien Byrne's looking for it. Damien Byrne doesn't pick it up. It's picked up by Christopher Boylan, but he's penalised for picking the ball off the ground, and it's a free into Ardara. Short free kick there. That's picked up again by Stephen Waters. Stephen Waters in possession for Ardara, knocks a dangerous ball in. Well played, Sean McFadden back there in his own 14-metre line, pulling it down like an experienced campaigner. This is Seamus Byrne for Ardara. Ardara starting to get a little bit of pressure on now, and I suppose it's only right that you won't dominate the game for the full game. And that's back into Danny Cannon's territory, and nobody moves in Danny Doohan's territory. That's his domain, that's where he plays, and nobody gets nothing in there. That's a foul by John Paul on Seamus Byrne. Seamus Byrne's up, takes the free kick, knocks it in towards Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell flicks it on, but it's picked up again. And that's Christopher Boylan, who's a good game on cornerback as well today. Cloughaneely just can't seem to get the hold of the ball now at the moment. That's well played by Alan Elliott. That's Michael McGinley now, that's just come on there as a sub. Second touch of the ball. Knocks it out towards the line. Sean McFadden's going for it, but it's over the line. It's a line ball for Ardara inside the Cloughaneely half. Oh, that's picked up again. It's a poor sideline ball. It's picked up again by young Liam Coyle. He knocks the ball down to John Paul. John Paul seems to be a little bit tired, but it's no wonder for all the work he's done today. Dennis Boyle's up, busy as a bee, up full forward still. The full back is a hold in by the jersey. He knocks it across towards John Cannon. John Cannon doesn't pick it up at the first attempt. He'll pick it up at this attempt, I think. There he is. He's got it, locked up, but he's played a poor ball in, and that's Alan Elliott in possession. Alan Elliott's got it. John Cannon's coming back. He's giving it out to Brenton Boyle. Brenton Boyle for Ardara. Brenton Boyle knocks it out to Conor O'Donnell. Conor O'Donnell's in the middle of the field. There isn't a lot happening for him up front. He's plenty of room. Young Liam Coyle's back looking to get a tackle in. He's dropped it. It's on the ground and he's going to be robbed. He is indeed robbed. Michael Lynch is on there kicking and pulling, and he's giving away a free kick. 5 minutes left. That's Sean McFadden back in the 21-metre line, pulling down the ball like he's been playing football for years and years and years. Well, Sean got a bad knock there. He's down injured. So 5 minutes left in this under-12 county championship, and looks very much at the moment that Cloughaneely are going to win their first under-12 title for, I think it's 2 years. Possibly 3, I'm not just quite sure. Now John Paul in possession, Ardara half of the field. Sells a dummy. That's a good block again by Seamus Byrne. Seamus Byrne and John Paul certainly had a great battle today, the two of them. And that's a good ball again in towards Keith when he was buzzing about like a little bee. There he goes, he's off. Oh, he's dropped it this time. getting a little bit tired now. Just possession's not as easy to get. That's in towards Dennis Boyles and challenging and fighting hard. That's Alan Elliott again. He's been robbed. Michael Swinney has it. Does a bounce. Does a toe to hand. Looks up. Going to have a go for a score. Has a go. And it's just gone wide. Well, I'm sure the bonfires will be blazing in Falcarra tonight again. Second time this year.
Hey, what have you left? I'll make it about 4 minutes.
Charlie Guller thinks there's about 4 minutes left. He's hoping there's no minutes left. But in actual fact, we have to play out the time. That's a good ball up again. That's Fergal, who hasn't been in the game the second half at all, really. And looks a very, very good wee player when he's in possession. Shoulder dummy. Still going. Carrying well. Good tackle from James Bugg. It's knocked across. But who's there again but Michael Lynch? And that's out towards Michael McGinley. Doesn't get it at his first attempt. He'll get it at this attempt. Dennis Boyle's up in front of him, screaming for it. Michael gives it. That's a good ball again. The full-back seems to be pulling Dennis Boyle all the time. Michael McGinley's on again. That's 1-2 between them. Michael's looking up to see what's on inside. Gives a ball across to John Paul. But Seamus Burns there. Picks it up. Straight towards John Cannon. John Cannon about 21 yards out from goal. John Cannon knocks it back in again towards Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney flicks it up. But that's Paddy McHugh for Ardara coming out with the ball. Out towards Liam Coyle. Oh, Liam Coyle's fouled off the ball. There must be a free kick, referee. And he didn't give us anything. Maybe he's having a little bit of pity for the Ardara lads here, but I mean, a free kick's a free kick. Now, Three Bomajanish. Three Bomajanish. And just before it blows up, we're going to hand you back for a little bit of a round up here from Packy Doohan.
Josie doing now on it. No, you're on it. Not at all.
Packy's just tied up here now at the moment. He just can't give us a bit of a commentary here. And there's a rather harsh decision there again. There's a high ball in towards the Cloughaneely defence. But Kieran McFadden's in there, James Bugg Guller's in there, and there's no problem. Back out the field again. Sean McFadden. A marvellous game.
Number 10.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't Sean. Seamus Corn there, sorry, that was Seamus Corn. That's Michael McGinley in possession. Michael McGinley down the wing there. Been faced by Barry O'Brien. Barry O'Brien's fell, Michael McGinley's gone. He's making inroads towards the goal. He's dropped the ball, he's got it again. He's had a good ball across. We could get a score here. Just a little bit of a break, but that's good full back play by Paddy McHugh. And Paddy McHugh's won a free kick out. And the Cloughaneely supporters are all gathering around the press box here. There's 2 minutes left, and we're just waiting for the final whistle, and I'm sure they'll be on a mighty cheer. These young lads are thoroughly deserving of their victory today. They've been marvellous right round the field. And all credit to Joe Kelly and Charlie Guller, who've done a marvellous job with them.
Give it out, give it out, give it out. Keep it up in there, half.
And still they go in search of more scores. And they must be physically drained now. On such a warm day and such a big pitch, these young lads must be getting very, very sore. Very tired.
That's one this took out of that. That's one this one.
There's 2 minutes left. And who else has it but Liam Coyle? Toady hand. 2 toady hands. Round his man. Bounce. That's marvellous football. Dennis Boyle going rushing again. Dennis pushed his man there, now he's getting away with it. Dennis is inside and he's still going. He's still going, lovely dummy. Knocks it across. Who is it? Keith Swinney. Keith Swinney hit a shot. Hands it over the bar and it's another point for Cloughaneely. 1 minute left. 4-6 to 1-1. And it's a comprehensive victory for Cloughaneely here today. It's just, we're into the last minute.
Yes, Dennis, that's yours, Dennis. Fight again, Dennis. Come on.
Christopher Boylan there, coming back, covering up. Down and picks it up. And again, looking up to see what's on. Knocks a good ball down the line. The ball's out over the end line, and it's a line ball to Cloughaneely. James Bugg knocks it down to John Paul. It's picked up by Barry O'Brien. And Barry O'Brien knocks it over the sideline. James Bugg knocks the ball into space again. Dennis Boyle comes for it. John Paul's there as well. That's picked up again by Declan Breslin. Declan Breslin does a toe to hand. Need to get up the field, Declan, quickly. Declan's been fouled back in his own 45.
Back up, guys. On your toes.
Plays it short, John Cannon's in. John Cannon drops it, and it's picked up by Brendan Boyle, who's had a very good game today. And that's it. Cloughaneely are under 12A champions for 1992, and it's thoroughly deserved for these young fellas because they've been absolutely marvellous. And can offer our warmest congratulations to the whole team and to Joe Kelly and Charlie Goller, who've done marvellous work with them. And I'm sure there'll be bonfires lit tonight in the parish of Cloughaneely, and I'm sure there'll be a few old drinks swallowed as well. From McCool Park, from myself and Packy Doohan, EOI, August Koski J. Just before we go, we're handing over to the great one, the chairman, Joe Doohan. Josie, would you like to say a few words here on that display?
On behalf of the club, I'd like to congratulate Martin for a wonderful job here and Packy for helping him. And I'd like to congratulate the lads and winning under 12 championship again. And I'd like to thank Joe and Charlie Goller for making this possible. I'd like to thank Wooly for being here today, and I'd like to thank Father McGlynn for having the power not to let him out to fish. And I'd like to thank all the supporters. It's great to see all the players of the senior team here today. So I'd like to thank Martin, Joe, and everybody involved with them. So, Gramila Maigava League.
Thank you very much indeed there. That is Josie Doohan, the club chairman there.
Well, you get them down. Did you get down when you get there?
And we can see the young Ardara lads out here, some of them visibly very upset, you know, and no wonder, because it's very, very tough for young lads of 12 to come as far as the county final and getting beat. But in saying that, they've played very well today. There's some lovely little footballers, and I'm sure their time will come. I think the county board's been represented here by Sean Masterson. The county minor board chairman. I see Donald Reid there as well. Stevie Doohan's out there. I see him knocking about Kevin Ferry. Eugene Boyle there, the minor board county secretary's there as well. Sean McCollum there, our draw manager, around consoling his young lads. And as I said before, it's very disappointing to get beaten in the final, but there only can be one winner, unfortunately. And I think anyone who's here today witnessed a marvellous game of football from two young sides. And it's hard to believe these young lads are under 12 and can play football so well. Hugh McCready's out there, he's absolutely delighted, running about shaking hands and kissing people. So we're nearly ready here now to make the presentation. Sean Masterson there, the county board minor chairman, has the cup, saying a few words to both teams, and I'm sure he's congratulating both teams there on a marvellous display.
I think the Cloughaneely, just on the 12 team, are a credit to the Cloughaneely club and how they played out today. It was one of the best on the 12 teams that I've ever seen witness playing a game of football. And I think it was an excellent idea of Charlie Goller's to take them along every Sunday to watch the senior team, because I think they've learned an awful lot by just by watching them. It was a real brainwave of Charlie Goller's. And I have to really hand him that now, because there's very few managers in the past who have even thought of coming out to watch the senior team. It was very evident out there today that with the minimum number of mistakes they made and the way they were able to take their chances, they were the blocking and defence, the very few wides they had in comparison to Ardara. Ardara seemed to kick the ball wide, as do their senior team.
That's enough there from Packy Doohan there now. And just here out in front of us, I'm not sure who's the captain of the Cloughaneely team. I think it's John Paul, probably. He's after to be presented with a cup. These young lads mightn't appreciate this now, but in years to come, I'm sure when they look back and think of the display they gave the day, they'll be really, really happy with themselves, and they should be really happy with themselves. Ardara leaving the field now, a dejected team, very disappointed. And Cloughaneely are leaving the team now as well, absolutely delighted. And it's marvellous to see such a big turnout from Cloughaneely here today. I think the full senior panel's here. I see the ladies team here. All the different mothers and fathers. Everyone's absolutely delighted. So that's it from McCool Park on a famous day for Cloughaneely GA Club. EOI August Koski J.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Dennis, turn around this way.
What are you drinking? Hold it up for him.
Good boy.
Johnny, you should have put 7 on your hands. Just do this. Just make it.
Must the side must come on.
I said it. So food maker. You're not part of anything, man. You need
Stand beside you.
Hello, William.
Joe's the mastermind. I'm
Wait, back down here.
I'm more the bottom man. Oh, no, poor Paddy, thanks for being there. Thank you very much. There's my lucky mascot there. And how could you not win with a boy like that backing you? Hey? No bother.
down a wee bit. Thank you. To come up and the rest of the players to come up after him. All the rest of the players now. all the subs. And there's another man down there that I'd asked to come up to last time we were here celebrating 6 weeks ago. There's Gaeltacht All-Ireland champion. I forgot to ask him to come up. John Kelly.
Good on you, John.
John Kelly, please.
Hey!
Come on. I'd say John Kelly is one of the older statesmen of the club that kept the club going when times were hard. So pull the boss more than John. So now I'd ask your president, Father McGlynn, to say a few words.
That's a bit down fashion, the shaw, Chatawella, and Point Ruddy. A spice of a Gastinia be a Malafay in you, a Gazanic Nagastri shaw Gimmer. Tamalu Milton at Tetchaku. The Purin Gadas, a Gazwakamishala Fata, Muinjan in you, a Gastimishat Mabo, as a Shankan of the Yaru, Shaim Tariaka. Im Kogard has the office and on an air for runs in the Malafay and in you. I guess he Hukun teams in a ma gan run at the Barracool. I guess Colin Gamore, Joe Og Kelly, I guess Charlie Gallagher, a Veer Cool, and Livingston.
How you doing? 4-7-1-1.
I guess Im Kogard has the office and nobody.
How you get on there?
That's our cool specialty sauce. I guess Hannah Watson, the Medini a couple like Robert Merson, the Shore Side. I guess I did a couple of dollars. I'm sure that many of you here don't know why someone asked me what was this all about there a while ago. It's important to know that we have two occasions, and I'm just coming to it in a moment, we have two occasions for celebrating this evening, and that is the under-12s winning the country championship. That are right here in Balmafay today. They beat Ardara by an overwhelming score, I won't mention it. But I would like to congratulate too our team here on Bannakyol for a head art and remembrance here. So congratulate all the team that worked with him on the band that just so well and have been doing so well lately, and we hope that they'll go further. And indeed, I know myself that if you keep this team together, you're unbeatable in the country. They're a great bunch of lads, and they deserve great credit. Kogarda has done Vertigo and Bannakyol, agus an iron gallant the Teleshaw. But am I again?
So, before I ask the next speaker, I'd ask one of the joint team managers, Carl O'Donnell, to come up and say a few words on the behalf. Work that I've done with this team. Without it, they wouldn't be county champions today.
Thank you very much. Joe's the brain of this team, I'm just about. So, just realise that. I want to thank everybody associated with the club that give us this community here in Cloughaneely an opportunity to celebrate tonight on the 12th of July. It's a rare It's nice to see some green and gold appearing on the 12th of July as well. I want to thank everybody for their kind words. As a parent, thank the club for the great work they are doing for all age groups, especially the underage, including the underage. And I want to thank the band as well for keeping up the I think it's a night for the whole parish to be proud of, and I hope we enjoy ourselves. Going to meet them again. Thank you.
Now I'd ask your elder statesman, John Kelly, to say a few words.
Sorry.
All I want to say is say what the others said and congratulate the football team that gave us such pleasure, not alone today, but all other days that they played and we watched them down the field. Every game that they won was by a cricket score. Now, and it was the same today. The only game that they had a really tough game was a few weeks ago there against Ballyshannon, and they won that one. They won it fairly well, but today they excelled themselves because every footballer in it were out on their own. They were in the backs, they were solid as a rock. And the forwards, they were getting round the back, no bother at all, and every time they got the ball, nearly every one of them was a score. It was great to watch them, and it's a great day for the parish altogether because most of the children in the parish were involved in the football team or the band. And to bring off the double in the county today, it was a terrific achievement for the parish, and I think all the parents, the team and the band, neither of them could do what they done except for the encouragement they got from their parents. Along with the team officials, they got the encouragement from the parents, and the parents were out at every football match. The parents follow the band every place they go, and that's what brought success here to the parish today. The encouragement they got from the parents, the help they got from their managers and the officials, and we wish them to bring, we wish, especially the football team, to show an example to some of the older football teams. I think there's about 12. I think there's a record of 12 or 13 or maybe 14 teams, football teams in the parish at present, played all year. And I think that maybe some of them would take an example from our under-12 team and show the spirit and the determination that they have to bring some of the senior championships or some of the other competitions back to the parish. Thanks very much.
Two joint team managers wish to give their thanks to Shasa and Hugo for the work they done too, helping them prepare with under 14. Bullabos, Moore Davison. I'd like to thank Father McMinn for making the seas rough today, for making Murray available to video of the match and being here tonight. And to Martin Collins and Peggy Doon for doing the commentary. And anybody wants a tape of today and tonight can get it. It's available at £10. So I'd like to congratulate the band and the young fellas again for a tremendous achievement today, and I'd ask maybe the captain, John Paul Goller, I'm sure. And he'd like the father-in-law be short of a few words to say a few words.
So I'd like to thank Joe Kelly and Sharon for doing a good job, and just like to thank everybody.
The Bullabos more than team back. So I'd like to thank you all again for going out. It's great to see such a big crowd. So good night, and I hope it will all belong to us back here celebrating again. I'd like to thank Kelly, Spanish Kelly, or the Kelly family for making the lorry and the mic available at every occasion for us. And the band is going on now to go to Heart to play. And last but not least, there's another Green Cup semi-final on the field on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Lee Murray against Dunlow. So, what am I going to leave?
We'll go back to the